So at this point, we've probably all been recommended a how much YouTube paid me or how much I make on YouTube video because, well, I mean, they are entertaining, they get a lot of views, and why would you not want to know how much your favorite creators are making? It's cool information to know, and it's also cool to know how big do you actually have to be to make YouTube a full-time career. And I'm going to be answering that question in today's video, as well as telling you guys exactly how much I make with my 7,000 subscriber channel. It's a question I get quite often in the comment section below. How much money are you making? And I mean, it makes sense why people want to know. So many people want to be creators or YouTubers nowadays, but I actually get asked this question even more in real life, because when I tell people in real life I make YouTube videos and I make money from it, obviously the first thing that comes into their head is how much money, because it's not every day you run into someone who, you know, makes money from YouTube or makes YouTube videos. And that's totally okay, because I'm actually one for transparency when it comes to money and how we make it. I like when people are comfortable with talking about, you know, how they make money or how much they make doing certain things, because we can all learn from each other. And that's why I'm making this video, and also made my own millennial money video where I talk about how much I make at my full-time job as a video game developer. So you can find that video linked up here or down below. And for people who don't create YouTube videos themselves, it's hard to understand like how we actually make our money, where's the money coming from, and who actually pays us. And it's also confusing because on one hand you see people like the Paul brothers buying mansions and sports cars, and on the other hand there are creators who still have a part-time job or even full-time job to help pay the bills because their channels don't make enough money. And before we take a look at how much I'm making, I wanted to cover what exactly determines how much a creator or a YouTuber makes from YouTube AdSense. Essentially how this works is companies pay YouTube to then put ads onto the creators on the platform onto their videos. And then when the ad is on their videos, the creators get 55% of what this company just paid to get this ad on here, and 45% goes to YouTube. And the more views a video gets, the more these companies have to pay to keep having their ad played over and over again. And that's why videos with more views make the creators more money. The number of views isn't the only thing that goes into how much someone gets paid, but also it depends on what the video topic actually is. And without going too in depth on the explanation as to why, it kind of goes like this. If a gaming channel and a personal finance channel both had 100,000 views, the finance channel would undoubtedly make a lot more money, probably 3 or 4 or even more times the amount of money that the gaming channel would make. And that's because, statistically speaking, this audience watching videos about personal finance and money is gonna have more money than people watching gaming videos. And those are just what the stats say, and that's why companies will pay more to have their ads played on these videos, because these people are more likely to have money to spend on things like products being promoted. And since companies actually bid against each other to get these ad placements on these videos, that means they bid against each other and they keep going up and up and up, which means it costs more money for each ad placement, which in turn leads to the creator. Now let's take a look at how much I'm actually earning per month on this channel. So as you can see, in the last 28 days, I've earned around $900, which is like not something you could live off. It's pretty decent, but I'm not complaining by any means. And for only uploading 3 videos this month, you might think it's actually pretty good, but sometimes my videos take about a week to create, or even more than that, so I would not say that it's easy money. So I'm also going to show you guys how much I've earned in the lifetime overall of my channel, but first I wanted to show you my last 6 months and what they look like as far as earnings go, because it's actually had like a pretty significant change. So in May, I actually earned $0 because I wasn't monetized at this time yet, and then June, my first $5, and then it jumped up for the next month to like $168, and that's when it just kept going up month and month after that. And so just from June to September, which is like 4 months, my earnings multiplied by 186 from that $5 to $930. And that's why YouTube is such a great platform, because you can grow like super fast out of nowhere, and sometimes you can get the opposite of it too, which is like the crappy part, but it has the power to make you grow at a crazy speed. At the time of making this video, we're about halfway through October, and I have 2 more videos to upload, so I believe this month I'll probably get to around the $1,000 mark once again. And this is why when YouTubers talk about how much money they make, they usually say that it's not a stable income and that you shouldn't really rely on it, because one month you could truly make $5,000 and the next month you could make, you know, $1,000 or even $500, which is the exact reason a lot of YouTubers have Patreons or offer products or services to their followers, just like me offering one-on-one strategy calls for YouTube on my website. Yes, that was a shameless plug, link in the description. So let's take a look at how much I've earned in the lifetime of this channel. Overall, we're at about $1,800, which is cool. But also remember, I've been making videos on this channel for about 8 months. So $1,800 spread out over, like 8 months, that's not very good. But that is how most channels start, and also most businesses as well when getting started, because you start slow, and when you get the momentum going, that's when like the snowball effect takes place and you start growing and growing a lot faster. Because just in the last 28 days, I've made almost $1,000, which is pretty much half of what I've earned overall. And at my current point, I'm pretty confident in saying that I'll be able to make at least $1,000 a month from now on, because once you grow a little bit and you get a good video that does well, and then it starts going down again, you reach like a new plateau every time. Every time one of your videos does well, you flatten out at a higher point than last time back here. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So as you can see here, a few months back, I wasn't even monetized and I wasn't really getting any views at all. But then I had a video here, I think I made about Monica Church, yep, and I think that video got around 10 or 15,000 views, which was huge for me at the time. And after that video did well, I reached a new plateau, as you can see here. And I started getting more views and also making about a couple dollars a day instead of making zero. And as you can see, it happened 2 more times just recently. One of the videos did really well, and then after that it came back down, but it stops a little higher than last time. And this is exactly why I'm a huge advocate for YouTube and people just being their own boss and starting their own business, because the amount of effort you put in does correlate to how much money you can make. As opposed to most 9-to-5s, where if you do really good work and you work really hard, you're still gonna make the same amount of money. And people have been asking me quite often recently like how I achieved like the growth and got the growth that I did in the time that I did, and I'm gonna actually be making a few videos about what it takes to grow and get your videos out there nowadays on YouTube. But something I recommend to everybody is using TubeBuddy, and it's actually something I use every single time I upload a video now that I think about it. So if you did want to get it, I'll leave that link below, and that is an affiliate link by the way. But like I said, even if it's the free version, it will help you, and it helped me before I got the pro version for like 6 months. Now you may still be wondering about the thumbnail of this video and wondering like where or how did they lie to us. And when I say YouTubers lied to us, I'm referring to all the money we get paid as creators through Google AdSense is not taxed yet. Meaning all the times where people share screens or show analytics on YouTube and in their videos, none of that is actually taxed yet. And most YouTubers don't just mean to lie about this, sometimes they just forget, sometimes they don't know that that's how the taxes from YouTube actually work and they have to pay them at the end of the year. And sometimes people just want to show that they're making a good amount of money. And no, this doesn't mean we just don't have to pay taxes, it's that the taxes come out at the end of the year. And then depending on where the creator's actually from, like which country or state or province, they'll get taxed a specific amount. And it also depends how much they're making for like tax bracket reasons. But just for a rough estimate, that pretty much means everything I showed you that I earned on my YouTube videos and all the videos that YouTubers make that say, like how much I've made, you can always take that amount that they show, like the overall amount, and then take away about 15% for tax reasons. And like I said, that's just a rough estimate. And that would pretty much get you what they make after taxes. I look at things from a pretty analytical point of view. So when I made my first $1,000 month in September, I started thinking right away, hey, that's actually not that far off, like a full-time job, depending on like how much you're making, but a full-time job or wage or salary. And so I wanted to do the math to see how much better I would need to be doing on YouTube to, leave my job and be a full-time YouTuber. Now it would just be easy if I wanted to say, I want to make $50,000 a year, which means I need to make $4,000 a month. And if I make $1,000 a month right now, then I need to just quadruple what I'm doing to be able to make $4,000 every single month. But I wanted to know what that would look like in terms of YouTube statistics. Like how big would my channel have to be, and also how many views would I have to get per month to hit that goal. And because I'm just so smart and a huge brain, of course, I decided to do the math. Within the last 28 days, I've made around $800 as we saw before, and within those 28 days, I've gained around 125,000 views. Meaning if I wanted to make that $4,000 a month, I would have to be getting around 550,000 views per month. And although a lot of YouTubers like get 500,000 views, like every single day, or millions of views every single day, if you've ever made YouTube videos yourself, you know that hitting 550,000 in a month, like views wise, is not easy to do, especially, in the first stages of your channel. I wanted to share as much YouTube money knowledge as I could in this video, as I do have like a decent amount of knowledge about it, because I make YouTube videos and I'm making money from it. So I wanted to share all of that, and you guys should now know how much a 7,000 subscriber channel makes per month and overall on YouTube. And you should also know around how many views you would need per month to make YouTube a full-time job or full-time career, making around $4,000 a month. And keep in mind, a lot of YouTubers nowadays, right, the AdSense is not their only way of getting money. It actually becomes a smaller part of their percentage of overall how they make money once they get larger and larger. I like talking about money, and I also like talking about YouTube. So throughout the growth of this channel, probably like each milestone I hit, probably the next one will be 20,000 or 50,000 subscribers. Every milestone, I'll make another video like this so you guys understand like when a channel is a certain size, probably like how much money they're actually making. Let me know what you guys thought of this video, and you can check out those links in the description if you're interested in those, like I mentioned before. And also follow me on Instagram at @theadamjbell. I'm trying to hit 1,000 followers. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week.